Hey guys, thanks for being on the website and checking out AMMO Reflex. Now this is a private video literally just for you guys to sort of understand what was going on in my head. I like to do 5-10 minute chat because I think it really helps people understand, oh, okay, I see what this is designed for. I see where it could be implemented. This is for me, this isn't for me, that kind of thing. I just like to give it to you all in a video and then shoot me any questions, of course, afterwards. But the questions that I have received so far, I'm going to try to answer them right now. The first one is, why did it take so long? A very fair question. Making a coating, in fact, is very easy. Making a coating the way that you want it to be, meaning in your filter system, is incredibly hard. So my filter system is, I wanted this particular one to have low flammability and the lowest hazards possible. Plus, I added in, I want to make it out of skincare products, which really turned everything upside down and caused everyone involved in this sort of thing, meaning helping me get raw materials, they were pulling their hair out because it's just not the same category. They're like, I don't understand. It was really kind of grinding. And to me, when I get in that situation, I know that I'm grinding because it doesn't exist. It excites me because I think we're on the verge of something. And the truth of the matter is, I failed a lot in the last 2.5 years. I mean, I have number 11 here. Look at this one. I have chunks of skincare product that didn't dissolve very well. And then from 12, look, it dissolved in this one. And we went all the way up to, I have 65 here. I have tons of them over there, but we went all the way up to this is number 73. So I failed a ton. In the process of failing, I actually ended up learning a whole lot about ceramics, about the length or the strength of time that it can be on the car or should be on the car, its flexibility, flammability, its hazards. So I think I'm on the verge of developing something that's absolutely amazing, but I don't want to be held to that, meaning it could be, I could figure this out in 2 days or it could be another 10 years, but I can tell you right now, me failing on my little dream here, and this worked great. I'm just saying all the other failures, I kind of went down all these little avenues or whatever, and I explored a lot of things, and I think I might be onto something really cool, but that remains to be seen. Anyways, the point of the story is it took a long time because I made it I wanted it to be very specific, and the specific part of making it out of skincare came from when I was doing frothy, and I think hopefully you guys have seen the frothy product. It's very successful. It's really good at lifting the dirt and adding lubrication, and I got there from shaving, literally just shaving, saying, oh my gosh, what is going on here? And I said, oh, there's humectants in shaving cream. How can we apply that to the paint or to the car or to the wheels or whatever to remove the dirt? And it took a long time, and I figured that one out. Same concept here. I said, why are we putting things on that could potentially be dangerous? I don't want to deal with that. It's not worth me putting anything in danger to protect my car. I have more important things like a family that I want to worry about. So let's have some fun. Let's figure out how we can put the skin in there. So that's a short/long version of why it took me so long to do it. It was just, I could go grab one tomorrow and have it. Coatings are everywhere, and they're very easy, especially for someone in the manufacturing industry. I could have 100 of them on my desk at any moment, but they didn't fit the criteria that I felt was important. All right, so let's do a little bit of housekeeping things. The first one that I get a lot of asking is, how long does it last? Now, typically, this is a very loaded question, and I'm hoping to pose a question to you at the end of this, but I'll answer the question. It's just like it was before, meaning Reflex was, the original Reflex was 6 months to 12 months, and some people said it lasted even longer. And so it's challenging for me as a manufacturer to give you, it lasts 7 months, 3 hours and 42 seconds or whatever. I can't do that because there's so many variables, meaning, is the car parked outside? Is it parked inside? How do you maintain it? How do you wash it? What do you wash it with? Times a million other questions. So I would say safely 6 months, 12 months on the outside, or it could also last 2 days if it's not washed properly. It could also last 10 years if it is washed. So that's my answer to that. But my question to you that I'm sort of posing to the couple of viewers that are watching this is, again, unlisted video, so I'm not posting it live, is, are we asking the right questions? I get it. We want to make sure that it lasts as long as it possibly can. But to some degree, I think the right question is, hey, how safe is the product first? And then how long does it last? I really think that's a healthy balance. And I'm just posing that question like I did with the McLaren of, hey, is beading better or sheeting better? I don't know if one is better than the other, but I know in this case, back to this example, I'm more concerned about having things safe, and I'm less concerned about if it lasts 10,000 years and comes with some warranty or whatever. I can appreciate those, but let's just kind of keep our eye on the ball in terms of safety. So one of the other questions was, how would you summarize this? I think one of them said. I would summarize it, and I like to give analogies. So this is more of a UV inhibitor than anything else, meaning think of it like sunblock versus sun tanning oil. So the sun tanning oil was my original one. It was very slick. You know, you put it on, if you guys remember, woo, and it shined like crazy. So think of somebody at the beach who puts that brown stuff on, and it makes their skin very shiny, and then they get, they get at the beach, they get suntans or whatever. That is slippery, shiny, I get it. On the flip side, if you put sunblock on, let's say more, it's usually white or zinc or whatever, when you put it on, it's a bit more grippy to say the least, and you feel like it's going in there and it's doing something. I would say that this is more related, again, this is an analogy, it's more related to this one, the newest one. So when you put it on, again, to another question, how do you apply it? When you do put it on, I recommend using a microfiber applicator, something similar to this. I have them on my website, but there's 1,000 of them out there, so you can find those too, because it gives you a little bit of something to hold on to, as opposed to these in the past with the more oily based. And again, remember the oil-based aspect of it too, that's where it gets challenging to lower the flammability, the flash point, as we call it, in the product. So that's where I was also leaning towards. So hopefully you can see there's just so many moving pieces here. Anyways, if you put this on here, it becomes a little bit more grippy than I would like it to be. But if you have them, that's cool. What you can do is take them, stick them in a microfiber towel like this, squeeze it, punch this up, and now you have a pseudo applicator, and you can put it in the wash machine. It's not a big deal. It doesn't affect anything like that. So that's kind of the application aspects of it. A few more questions were, hey, how do you prep the car beforehand? This is kind of the interesting part. So normally you're going to wash it and dry it as you normally would do, because you're not going to work on a dirty car. So that's a given. Do I need to strip the paint? No, you don't need to strip the paint. And does it work with coatings? Yes, it works with coating, with a little bit of coatings with an asterisk. I'm not familiar with every single coating out there, so I could never say, yes, it works with every one of them. But everything I've tested, it works perfectly fine. But here's where it gets, here's why I think this is basically a multi kind of function product, which is unique to me, and it makes me very excited. So when I got to give you examples again. Let's say you have a car that you never, you never drive in the rain, and it goes out to car shows or whatever. You can use this as a standalone protection, meaning as UV protection. Put it on the car. You have your $1 million paint job. You want it to look pristine and perfect and concourse ready and all that. Yes, absolutely put it on. You don't need anything else on top of it. I think you're good to go. You're protecting against the sun. Again, if you're in Arizona, then you would need to do it a little bit more. Again, sun, it's inhibiting. It's going to start using it up the more sun that you get hit with it. In that example. Now, the other one is I have an M3. I'm making it up. An awesome car that I can drive daily, and it sits outside in this example. Then yes, you can put this as the base layer, and then you can layer things on top of it like skin or whatever your favorite stuff is, or you can layer this on top of your coatings. If you put something on top of this, obviously you're going to start to lose or diminish the sheeting aspect of it, which is its own kind of conversation. Sheeting may be good, beading may be good. That's a discussion that we talked about in the McLaren video, but we still need to test that out. I'm just excited to have that conversation honestly with people and try to figure it out. But you can put things on top of it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting this underneath, and then I put skin and cream on top of it, and I maintain it with Reboot, which is ridiculously strong. That's all. We'll make a whole separate video about this, but this is the most misunderstood new one. That is a very strong protection. And there's no lubrication in there, so it's just protection, meaning the car has to be perfectly clean. So that's how you maintain it. Somebody else asked me that. But ultimately, you have flexibility. You can do a bunch of different things with this. As I alluded before, I have some amazing things. I think I'm so close to being able to figure out, but I also thought I was close on number 12 there. But so it may take a long time, but I'm working on things that are very, very strong, but very safe. Again, like I said before, those two questions, they go together. They're not just standalone saying, as a lot of you know, I disagree with the philosophy of, hey, I'm going to pop this pill and go to the gym once, and I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I never have to go to the gym ever again. That kind of philosophy, I'm being a little exaggerating just to make a point, that doesn't sit well with me, because I believe in regimens. You guys know when I built the website, and I built that 10 years ago, the first thing I had up there was a regimen, a certain way of doing things. I get up at a certain time, I eat certain food, I go to the gym. I think that routine breeds success, and I wanted to be able to breed that on our cars at the same time. So I think we're in a very exciting time as detailers in the detailing industry. I think coatings are going in the right direction. I'm very excited about that. I just want to make sure that we ask the right questions about the safety aspect of it, and I think we're going to get there. And to me, this is the culmination of a lot of work to make sure that I can make something as safe as possible within the parameters. but next, soon I'll probably be able to push the parameters even more. But right now, think of this as a multifunctional tool that you can add and take away as you see fit. So it's kind of exciting. So it's not a one size fits all. You put that on, you strip everything off, and now you have this, armor plating coating on here for 10 years. This one doesn't work like that. So another quick note here, just thinking off the top of my head, there's a child resistant cap. I put that on there. It doesn't need to be on there legally, technically. But I put it on anyways because I have a bunch of little people running around here. I'm a daddy, so I wanted to make sure. So when you do take it off, push down, spin. The first time you take it off, there's going to be a tamper evident little package here. So you hear pop, 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 and you have to kind of peel it off. Then everyone after that, taking it on and off, it's just easy. You just got to push down, spin. You hear that little click, and then you'll be fine. So when you pour this on as well, you can put it on the microfiber pad by tapping, tap, 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 and it takes, do it a few seconds and then you're good to go. Then you can add it on there. What I like to do sometimes, it's sort of a quicker version, just make sure you don't drop the bottle. Squeeze it really well, and if you do a quick little flick, I'm finding, like this, it actually flicks out onto the paint a little bit faster because I do so many cars, and I just don't want to sit there and do, time is money kind of thing. I'll just flick it like this around the car. It'll kind of squirt out. I'll go in there, do my thing. I let it sit for about a minute or two, maybe 2 to 3 minutes. It depends on the humidity or whatever, but you'll get the gist of it. Then you wipe it off with a microfiber towel. It will be grippy when you take it off. And when you take it off, you're letting it sit and it's still kind of setting up. It will be grippy, but over time, it's going to smooth itself out. Again, this is environmentally friendly and it's made out of skincare emollients. It's like, to me, it was, I'm very excited to show this, and I'm really appreciative of you guys watching this and supporting the company. And I'm hoping for some positive feedback. Help me figure this out, and we can sort of navigate this kind of craziness products. There's just so many products out there and so many things, which is exciting. I just want to keep our eye on the ball and make sure that we're doing the right thing to make sure that everybody's safe. At the end of the day, I'll say this on camera and I'm perfectly comfortable. I am obsessed car person my entire life. I would destroy and crush every single car in here, as I'm sure every dad would, if it meant saving my kids or saving my family, that kind of thing. To me, that's more important than any of the stuff in my hand or any of that. So to make sure that we have products that are safe and do their job and we get the enjoyment out of it, to me is more impactful than how long does it last and I never want to wash my car. That kind of breaks my heart at the same time. So I think I answered everything I possibly could in one quick video. I don't know if it's quick, sorry about that, but I love this product. I'm really, really proud of it. Give me a call or shoot me an email and we'll figure it out if you have any issues, but it's very exciting. I'm gonna shoot a bunch more videos, including this one here. It's kind of a cool car, right? GT4, one of my favorite Porsches ever. And yeah, thanks for watching and supporting the company. I appreciate you guys very much. Be well.